Yo, what's up? This is Sign Out to 747. I was just enjoying a little drip of Absolution for the Sonic 06 soundtrack. Yeah, that game was terrible, but the soundtrack was awesome. You gotta admit that. Alright, but let's just get down to business. Right now I'm going to be doing right now I'm going to be doing a little what you call, I guess, an issue. Well, it's not really an issue, it's more of a, well, let me just say it. I'm just going to come out and say it. It's a theory. My theory. Now, be aware, everyone has their opinions and their thoughts and everything. But right now, you can either agree or disagree. And go ahead and line up that comment section. I don't care. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. It's not going to bother me in the slightest. But here it goes. My theory is that Sonic runs around. It's like, well, I got a few reasons to maybe a theory to maybe why Sonic runs away, runs so much, why he's addicted to running, why he doesn't seem to want to get close to Amy Rose at all. And Sega doesn't point this out, doesn't bring it up in any of the games at all. But I'm okay. I'm sorry. Word of caution. I'm speaking more of. It's kind of a little. It's kind of my theory is connecting the old cartoons of Sonic the Hedgehog with the video game mascot, the modern Sonic that we all know and love, and think he's the freaking awesomest dude to ever freaking live, and Mario. But anyway, let me just get on with it. My theory is Sonic's running, always trying to make himself faster because at one point in his life he wasn't fast enough. Maybe he wasn't fast enough to save his brother, his sister, his mother. Maybe that explains a lot. Maybe he doesn't want to get closer to Amy Rose because he doesn't feel if he lets her get close. It was like, you ever, I mean, like, to, before anyone points out that, he's really close to Tails, okay, how close to Tails do you really think he is now? Only till recently, since since Sonic Lost World, you see Sonic and Tails together. But in that whole game, you actually see the test between his trust in, he puts his trust in Eggman and his trust in Tails. But notice how Tails gets, gets a little miffed when he starts trusting Eggman more. But the truth is, it wasn't really the case, but it just seemed that way to him anyway. Because they've been a part of in a lot of games. Like a lot of games lately, they had a lot of, it was more Sonic oriented. Like everybody else, pretty much didn't matter. Well, Sonic Unleashed shows that, he goes from, we actually see Sonic saying, "Oh, Tails, long time no see." Well, you don't really hear him say that line in that game, but I'm just saying, he's said it a lot in a lot of games lately. He says it mostly to Tails, Shadow, and a few other people, a few other, characters in the game. Well, he obviously doesn't say that to Eggman. He has to deal with Eggman all the time. But that's pretty much the whole structure of the games. Eggman does something bad, Sonic goes to stop him. But anywho, it's like he's always by himself. He's always a loner, to be honest. He's always running. He's always striving to be the fastest thing alive. Because he can't cope he can't deal with the fact that he lost lost some people that were precious to him. And as for the theory, as for his mother and and siblings, and maybe his father, he's like, maybe they got killed by the Robotnik, or they got sent somewhere and he can't get to them. Or he said, "I vowed to find a way to get you guys back in my life, or free you guys from whatever prison they got sent to, or whatever they stuck in." Or maybe they're all dead, and he's just upset, and he can't, and he's only putting on a tough act. He's always putting off the smiling thing, He smile, but notice he smiles a lot more. He's got a goal now. He's got a reason to push himself so far to why he wants to be so fast. Because like he's doing it in the honor of his siblings and his family. He's doing everything he can to stop Eggman from doing anything terrible. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense. I mean, like he's always striving to be a hero. He's so kind, selfless. He may be a little, I'm not gonna lie, he could be a little cocky at times, but that's only because he's been doing this for so long. It's kind of gotten easier to the point to where he doesn't even have to try that hard to stop Eggman. All he has to do is like run through a level, smack, done. That's pretty much how he feels, how things are going. I mean, like it would. I mean, this does explain a lot because he's always like. You ever notice that sometimes in a new game, they introduce a new character, and despite just meeting this person, Sonic is willing to help someone in trouble. But sometimes, in some games, like in Sonic and the Black Knight, turns out that the person that he was helping turned out to be a bad guy in the end. Turns out, King Arthur was bad, but she's the royal queen or whatever she was supposed to be. I didn't really play that game a lot. Anyway, I just really know what happens in the end. But anyway, it turns out she's bad in the end. Like he's willing to help people no matter what they've done or no matter what they go through. Like kind of how Shadow and Silver were trying to kill him a few times. They tried to kill him, but now they're friends. And he doesn't really hold a grudge. He's willing to push that aside. He's like, screw this whole differences thing. Let's just take out Eggman and be done with it. That's pretty much what he's saying, what he always does. And he doesn't mind teaming up with anybody. But I'm going to lean more towards Amy Rose because he feels if he lets anyone get that close to him, he has a fear of losing that person that's close to him, which is why he's always running away, why he's always pushing her away. Like, hey, I don't think we should be that close. No way, I don't want to marry you. Well, the truth is, he really does want to be. I feel like the truth is, he wants to be with Amy, be with Amy and everything. But, he's just, he's got a lot on his plate. I mean, like, Eggman's pretty much concocting a plan every 5 days or every week. So that's going to be a little hard to, do. I mean, I seriously think they should just make a game where he actually, takes Amy on a date, or actually says yes for once, and everybody everybody that's with him and everything that sees it happening just goes, for a change. It's like, Sonic? It's like, and have Tails and Knuckles go, who are you, and what have you done with the real Sonic? That kind of moment. Like, oh my God, this is something so unexpected. But anywho, that's my theory. I think that he's running away. He's running and striving to be the fastest thing alive to make up for his family's death. He feels that he blames himself for his family's death. That's why he's always running. That's why he's always pushing himself to be the greatest hero to ever be. He doesn't care what you've done. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He just keeps going. He's, like I said, he's not just any hero. He's Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, this is Sign Nazi 747. I'm done here. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up in that comment section. Do what you gotta do. And I'm out.